Hi, this is Dennis Fassett, the Cash Flow Mercenary. Welcome to another installment of Cash Flow Mercenary Television. You know, I was at an event, Wendy Patton event over the weekend on lease options and those types of things. And we got into a discussion on whether or not and how you would check credit for a tenant buyer. And there were a couple of other landlords in the room, and we got into a discussion of whether or not, or what, to what level you check credit for renter candidates that were, strictly renter candidates. And I know that from my own experience, my houses and my apartment building I treat differently because I'm in different markets. In my houses, I'm in the premium market. I command high rents and I have great houses, so I pursue a strategy there where I check credit, brutally check credit, and screen very heavily based on credit and job history and those types of things. So I've got spectacular houses. I want the cream of the crop renters. My apartment building, however, I'm kind of in the middle of the pack. I'm just kind of the average rent and the average quality, and just kind of the middle of the road. And typically, I don't spend a lot of time checking credit because most of the people that I'm getting in the apartment building are people that have been foreclosed out of houses. They have lost jobs in the last 12 months or something like that. Have had periods of unemployment, so the credit is necessarily terrible. I do look at it, but I do screen for evictions, and I will never ever rent to anybody that's had an eviction in the last 10 years. I just don't believe in that. Because if they haven't paid another landlord, they're certainly not they're going to have the incentive not to pay me. But in terms of checking credit, I was wondering, what do you guys do for checking credit, and what is your standards and what is your set of criteria for screening tenants? I get calls every day from people that call some of the bigger apartment communities and say that they get rejected based on their credit because they've had a foreclosure or whatever. That just seems nuts to me to deny somebody based on a foreclosure. So I don't understand it, but maybe you can shed some light on it. Again, I'm curious. What do you screen on credit? Do you deny based on credit? And what other criteria do you take into consideration? My apartment building, again, I look for evictions. I do a sex offender and a criminal background check. And I want to make sure they have the ability and the willingness to pay rent, and that they're somewhat collectible, so they need to have a decent job history. And that's kind of a high level of what I do. And I'm curious to know what criteria that you use. This is Dennis Fassett, the Cash Flow Mercenary. Thank you again for tuning in, and we will talk again real soon.